Miguel Torres here. 2 weeks into my training camp, everything is going well. Every day that I wake up and I'm doing this keto diet, my mind feels more clear. My body feels more detoxed. I feel like I'm getting rid of a lot of bad stuff that I had in my body, as far as how I was eating in the past, and just waking up feeling that sense of like I just had energy. I wasn't drained. I wasn't tired. I wasn't dragging my feet in the ground like, man, I gotta get up and go to the gym, or I gotta get up and get my kids, or I didn't have this sense of like I don't want to say depression, like this sense of heaviness where like I needed a cup of coffee to wake up, or I needed just to like give me a boost. Sometimes you gotta get a Monster, or you gotta get a Red Bull or something like that. So I haven't had coffee for the past 2 weeks, and usually I was a person that would drink coffee as soon as I got to the gym. Cup of coffee when I was gonna go do something, go shopping, go taking care of bills, or go whatever it is. Cup of coffee first, and get on my day. Since I started my diet, I've been drinking nothing but water, and I eat pretty much salads and protein. So I have either a big salad with light dressing, no croutons, none of that kind of stuff. I'll put chicken in there. I'll have a steak, some maybe a pork chop or something like that on the side, some fish, something really simple like that, just a protein. And it's been going very well. I feel like my body's been detoxing. Every time I sweat and I roll, I just feel better and better. I feel like I move better and better. And today brought me up on the idea of how I was feeling in the morning brought me on my topic. We are what we eat. And it's not just food wise, we eat food, and for a long time I was eating, even before I got injured and I got hurt and I gained a bunch of weight. I would eat decent, I wouldn't say my diet was totally horrible, especially for all the working out and all the teaching that I was doing. I live in the gym, so I pretty much teach and train every day, all day. So for me, my diet wasn't that bad, but looking back and just thinking about eating, all the hot chips and the Doritos, and I drink a lot. I love Pepsi. I have this thing with bottled Pepsi. Growing up, seeing my dad or my grandpa when I would go visit him in Mexico, just seeing them crack open a ice cold Pepsi, and when that little frost, the smoke comes out the top, and just that sip, it was like watching a commercial. And growing up, I was like, man, that's the coolest thing in the world. So I grew up drinking Pepsi. And now as an adult, because I seen my grandpa and my dad doing it, I pretty much, with every meal that I would have, I would drink 2 or 3 Pepsis. And that was on an easy night, or easy lunch. If I was really thirsty or really hungry, what you don't realize is the more pop you drink, the more you want to drink it. So I would drink 4 or 5 at sometimes. And they were the bottle pops, so it was like the cane sugar. So I was literally drinking a bag of sugar every time I ate something to eat. And then when I was eating, a bunch of carbs and fried foods and stuff like that. If I ate, McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's or Rally's or Zell's or whatever it is, I had a really unhealthy diet. And thinking back on all the things that I was going through, my diet wasn't helping at all, because my diet was kind of keeping me like in this drugged up fog of depression and just unhealthiness. And now that I've changed my diet for the first time in a long time, I feel very clear-minded. I feel very like open to the future of what's going to happen in my life. And I want to say thank you to my friend Mike Hill. He helped me get on this diet. He motivated me by him losing a bunch of weight. And I thought to myself, there's no way he can get in shape before I do. So, I have to meet him halfway, meet him in the middle. So I started doing this diet, and I started realizing these things. And if you're out there and you're waiting for a sign, or you're waiting for that moment to start getting in shape, the best time is now. We are what we eat. And it's not just food. It's what you consume. It's what you watch on television. It's what you read. It's the people you surround yourself with. You don't realize it, but people consume energy. You give off energy, and you pick up energy from other people that you're around. If you're around negative people who are always, having bad times or negative things in their life, or people who carry this heavy energy, this heavy baggage with them, you're gonna end up carrying that as well, because that becomes a part of you. People like that usually drain energy from you, and you end up taking some of their bad stuff. So be careful who you hang out with. Be careful who you spend time with. Be careful who you associate with. And try to find people who are goal-minded like you are, people that think the same way, that they're trying to do the same things, as far as like if you're trying to get healthy or learn martial arts or learn a craft or learn an art or educate yourself or whatever it is. We are what we consume. If you ever walk into a grocery store or a gas station, or a Walmart or a Meijer or a Target, everything that's been processed in that store is probably not healthy for you. And if they say that it's diet or it doesn't have sugar, they probably put other chemicals or other agents in there that are not good for you as well. So substituting, people say, well, I'm on diet this or diet that. I'm pretty sure those things aren't good for you either. It's just a different chemical they put in there that hasn't been tested yet. So My message for today is: be careful what you read, be careful what you manifest in your mind, be careful what you watch on television, be careful the shows you watch, the podcasts that you see. You know, all those things program your mind, and how you program your mind is gonna put you to see what you see in your life, and what you see in your life is what you're gonna get. So people who are always unhappy, people who are always thinking of negative consequences, those things are always gonna happen like that. When I started my journey into martial arts, I was 125 pounds. I had no experience. I didn't know how to fight. I wasn't a tough guy. I was kind of smart, and I was like, I had a big mouth, but other than that, I didn't have a athletic body. I didn't have that talent for fighting, but I did have this stick to itiveness. I had this persistence where if I lost 1,000 times, it didn't matter as long as I got to that one win. And once I got to that one win, that was my next start off point to the next one. And keeping that mentality and keeping that work ethic helped me to become what I became and helped me to do what I did. But I never lost faith in myself. I always seen in my mind that I could do it. I didn't know how it was gonna happen. I just knew I just had to keep going to the next one, the next fight, the next match, the next grappling match, the next practice. If I just kept moving and I kept putting my all into it, eventually the ball would pick up, like a snowball coming down the mountain. It would pick up traction, and you'd have a giant thing coming down. That's eventually what it was. I never gave up. I consumed good things. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't eat a lot of garbage in the early days. And I had a pretty strict life to where I just pretty much worked, went to school, and trained every day. And staying goal oriented that young helped me to become, by the time I was 27 years old, a champion of the world, and change the bantamweight class for forever. So if you're out there and you're watching, you need any help formulating a game plan to get back in shape, you're looking for tips on a diet. I'm not a dietitian, but what I'm doing works for me. I can forward you the same information that I use, that a friend forwarded me, to help me to get on my way to getting back into good health. And it's really not that hard, guys. We're just trying to eat things that are simply, from the earth: vegetables, fruits, and lean meats, clean meats, or seafood, and not processed stuff, no sugary drinks, stuff like that. So, the diet's not that hard. Once you get into it, past a week, your body gets over all the weird things. You need any help with that stuff, hit me up. You can send me an email, migueltorresmma@gmail.com. You can shoot me a message through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or you can leave me a comment in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I hope to start off to your Friday as well, and I hope to see you guys in the mat sometime.